does not fuck smash my door.
Come on, Charles, don't do this.
Is that a bad word?
Christian Aguilera, hi. The X at the end.
You fucking look like rock stars, huh? And now we are a fucking bunch of wanko.
Michael, this is Toto. Can I just send you an email? No, Michael, that was so not right. Sorry? We went car racing.
Cancellation on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ben.
Test.
I'll do the intro.
Best
Did I do it
wrestler
last
test.
time or did Boyd do it?
You've stolen my
Boy
thunder
did it.
now, mate.
He
You can do
came
it.
swooping in, but I was too busy off camera.
Ben was off camera trying to put his fucking Michelin Man fucking Red Bull on. Then he reappeared and looked 20 stone heavier. Go on then, Brad. Fire away.
Welcome to the Prix podcast with the three Bs, Ben, Brad and Boyd.
Woohoo! Good intro, Brad.
Do you know that? I figured that out
That's
earlier
three
because I
Bs.
was thinking about it and I was like, all of our names begin with B and both of your initials are BM.
Yeah, and our birthdays are days apart.
Pretty much. Birthday wars.
Mate, it was meant to be.
But you're like 10 years older than me, Boyd, right?
So, yeah, I am. I look good. Actually, I used to look good, but I'm getting haggard as the day goes
We're gonna
on.
get. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you a light. I think. I'm gonna
Why?
tell you because you
He's
just
got a light.
blend into
You can see it above his head. Look, it looks like it's a hat.
because
that's
you
about to
blend
go on
into
his
your
head.
background a little bit. If you weren't wearing that bright red,
I'm in
looks
fucking big trouble in China.
who's the
look.
guy from? Who's the guy from Indiana Jones?
What, with the fez?
Yeah. Wendy.
No, it's
John
been.
Rhys
We've had a
Davies.
little. We've had a little break, haven't we? A couple of weeks off.
We had a week off.
Me and Brad were away on business. We're back now.
Brad got his.
Boyd was wearing his dentist retreat for other dentists.
Brad got his
until
boating
Brad
license.
sunk me. Yeah.
Now officially allowed to ride a boat.
So, what do we have in store today, boys? We have our little procedure, don't we?
We don't. Yeah, I think what we need to talk about is Boyd's new bit of merch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It only
so he-
took 2 months to come.
How long
through.
did it take to arrive?
I ordered a Ferrari
9
Charlotte
episodes ago.
signed T-shirt on the 20th of July, and it only came through yesterday. I was buzzing though.
What's weird about it is when you sent the picture of you wearing it, you looked like a kid that had been forced to wear an outfit that his parents had bought for him. So you sort of sent the photo of you wearing it, but you looked all sort of like not unsure whether it was the right thing to do, whether you liked it or not.
Well, I mean, mate, I was so excited to receive it. It
63
made
quid,
my
wasn't it?
fucking day yesterday. It was on the little parcel. It was on the step when I got back. I'd shot out to do some jobs, and it was there. I mean, to be fair, it's a hideous fucking T-shirt. I mean, this fucking
Yeah, it's a
shell
Formula One
sign.
t-shirt. They're just like logos.
It's got Leclerc on the back. I don't know if you. Oh,
You can't, of course, you can't see it, mate. Turn around. Show us Leclerc on the back.
Oh, for fuck's sake! No one else can see this.
It's actually got
They
his name
can.
on
We
the back.
do you know these are videos on live now?
I know.
It doesn't say Leclerc. It just says 16.
What?
It says it's signed Leclerc underneath. It's tiny. I'll send you a pic. Take it offline. Look, I'm well happy it's come through. Brad, you're the only one about the actual F1 merch now, so...
Mate, I went into that place in Bluewater and I looked at it and I was like, 70 quid for a T-shirt I'm never going to wear outside.
That's why I went on eBay,
65.
mate. Oh,
Mate, I'm going to wear this Sunday, mate. Like, I'm cheering on the Ferrari boys, mate. It's come just in time for the old Singapore.
embarrassment. It's
Wow.
Ferrari.
I saw some news today.
I want to get a
that
Latifi one now, actually, because they'll be really rare.
Oh yeah, I should have done that as part of the intro where this is the Latifi Memorial Special.
It's one me and Brad are wearing black
Where we'll
hats.
be celebrating they'll be celebrating the career that never was.
the life.
This is going to be a very short
Nicolas
podcast
Latifi.
today, then. Fucking no one's going to score any points on this show then today, are they? If it's dedicated to him.
He's got
So-
7.
Things I like him. He's a nice fellow. He's just shit.
Is he a nice fella?
What are you basing that
He
on?
just seems nice. He seems like a nice fella in the little press conference things. He seems all right.
Because he's so
Not like-
happy to
not
be
like that
there.
mitts
Thank
and-
God my
Can't
dad
believe,
is
can't believe
uber
his
rich.
luck.
Yeah. Well, wait.
I'm
He's
glad
probably
my dad's
got
rich.
paid off, hasn't he? Do you reckon he's been paid out?
No. I reckon he was at the end of his contract and they've gone, we don't need your dad's money anymore. We've been brought out by a consortium.
You know,
And,
your dad paid to the front wing sponsor. He's still not going to keep your receipt.
do you reckon
You're
his
still
dad's
that
going to
shit.
keep sponsoring
Nah,
Williams?
I don't think so.
I'd keep sponsoring, but I'd change the name of my company to Fuck You, Williams. My son
Williams
was
is just
good.
a shit car, isn't it? Even that Duracell looking
No, it's
fucking
good.
sponsor, it looks a load of old shit, mate.
Well, Nick De Vries got the best out of it,
2
didn't he?
points, yeah. I'm excited, mate, for next year. Vegas.
Well,
on
he's
the
got to.
calendar.
So he's going to be at AlphaTauri. Apparently, it's in my news. He's
What,
going to
De
AlphaTauri.
Vries?
Yeah, De Vries. Yeah, he's going to AlphaTauri.
But Latifi hasn't got anywhere to go.
No, he's not going anywhere.
He's going.
No
hot
one's
air balloon
lining
instead.
up. No one's lining up to even have him as their like reserve driver, are they?
He's like, I need to have a chat. There's no one's chat to. Mate. No job
It's
offers
like
whatsoever.
put his resume in through like the little paddock windows tomorrow when he gets next week when he gets to Singapore. Yeah, just if you need a
What do you
driver.
reckon Gunther Steiner would say if Latifi said, "Oh, I'm just giving you my resume"?
You're a bunch of you're a bunch of wankers. You are. You're a wanker.
You want to join fucking Wankers Club? Come join. Yeah, you'd be like,
Haas.
okay.
Haas.
But I've read Schumacher's off somewhere as well, hasn't he?
Haas
He
ain't
said
going. Schumacher's not got a seat apparently.
I've read what's his name? Oh God, what's the geezer's name? It's on the list all the time. Heisenberg. What's his name?
Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg. Yeah.
He's meant
back.
to be going to Haas.
Yeah.
That's the rumor.
Mate, he's a bit of a Latifi though. He's got the longest. Is it like
Yeah,
the
but he has
longest
got
career
points,
without
though.
any wins?
Yeah, but
he has
got a lot of
done
points.
better than Latifi. Latifi's definitely the worst person on the grid, like by far a mile.
Hulkenberg nearly got more points. Well, Hulkenberg's he's 22nd, isn't he? Because he's done 2 races and he hasn't got any points. Imagine if he came back and got points and Nicolas Latifi went to 22nd at his final season.
To be fair, I can't believe I've put this Ferrari T-shirt on to do this podcast. I'm such
No,
a
you
loser.
look great, mate. I can't wait for people on YouTube to see you in it.
They'll think I look like Leclerc, mate. It's not, I just need
Yeah,
that
look,
watch.
Charles
now.
Leclerc is
A
on
really
there. I'm just going to put
expensive
the
watch.
caption. Special guest Charles Leclerc.
On the topic of Leclerc, I have got something to confess, which I wasn't going to confess, but Vicky has forced me to confess. Do you remember a few weeks ago where Ben stole my content, the George Russell content, and claimed it was his own?
I didn't
That
claim it.
dangerous
I
driving.
just said it.
Well,
you
you did.
said
You said it like it was you, and then I was
said
like,
it
"Well,
was
that's
someone
what I
else.
said about an hour ago." I said about Leclerc and Leclerc.
Oh yeah, about the name.
Yeah, that was
hers.
Vicky. Vicky said that to me, and then I claimed it. It's like, "Oh, I've just thought of something," and I said it.
Yeah,
like
but you
I
could have
thought
just
of it.
left that. You just thrown
Yeah,
yourself
no,
under the
but
bus.
she
Yeah, no,
listens to the
it's honesty,
podcast. She
innit? Yeah.
listens to every week, and she was like, "I've got a few things to talk to you
Marriage
about."
is
And I
a
was
built
like,
on honesty.
Brad's at work in a really important meeting. Like Vic's going, I need to chat
Mate,
to you
I
about
went
free
away. I
money.
went away. I was away for 10 days, and I came back. And literally the day I got back, she drove down to the airport. She goes, "Oh, I've got something to talk to you about." And I was like, "What's that?" She goes, "Well, 2 things. Firstly," and I was thinking I was in.
Brad's like, his marriage is on the line or something. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you said to
She's
her.
done
And she's
this
like,
before
"Yeah,
though, Brad,
you,
we
said,
know."
you said about Leclerc and Leclerc. I said that, and then you didn't credit me for it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, sorry. I'll make sure I bring it up in the podcast." And I said, "What's the other thing?" And she said, "You were speaking about that Latifi guy and about how he was like he only had a job because of his dad." She goes, "It's called nepotism. Why didn't you just say the word nepotism rather than talk about it for 10 minutes? Like you've discovered this concept where people get things because of their parents." So
We all know
the
that,
words
though.
nepotism. Well, we didn't say nepotism.
Oh,
so,
sorry, Vicky.
You know,
We didn't use our degrees that you've
Sorry,
got. We
Vicky.
haven't.
Yeah, we're just chatting
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you're the
But ruining our
smartest person we
podcast.
know, Vicky. We get it. Thanks, mate.
yeah. I call her Wikipedia.
At least we've still got a listener, though.
shit,
We
this
can't-
is live.
Wikipedia is better, but
Let's
yeah.
not have a go at her too much because we need to keep the listeners up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we'll
should
go
give us a
drop
5-star
down.
rating, though. That's the most.
Mate, she got about 6 email addresses. I think 6 of them are from her.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Because she's got no followers on here. We must have lost a bit of momentum as well. She's been off for a couple of weeks.
I know.
haven't
We definitely dropped. But our last episode, for some reason, got 120 downloads or 127 downloads, and we normally get 40 or 50. So maybe it was because we said we'd gone to Christian Horner's house in the title. And they were like,
Oh yeah, we need to have
Yeah.
a look. Yeah,
We need to make sure
they
the
haven't
podcast
gone to
is.
Christian Horner's
Yeah,
house.
we need to make
It's
sure it
made
is
up.
filed under satire because we do say a lot of things that aren't true.
Like
we've got to
that,
get them on
everything.
here. We've got to get people on here and interested somehow.
One day.
Yeah, this episode is going to be called Lewis
I'll tell you
Hamilton's
who-
special
I'll tell
guest.
you who we need to get on this podcast. We need to get that guy on this podcast that does the impressions. Yeah. Who does it on
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah.
The guy does they are so good.
I know.
And what's his name? I think we should shout him out because they are.
Something more.
Impression
Connor
guy.
Moore. Connor Moore.
Conor Moore, that's
Yeah,
it.
he's and he even does the most obscure people. Like he even did that journalist who's on Drive
Yeah,
to
he does
Survive,
him-
and he does
yeah.
him perfectly.
This could be huge.
Actually, let's not get him on the
That's quite
podcast because he's better than us. So we'll have
Yeah,
to wait.
no, it would put us to shame. His George Russell was unreal though. It's ridiculous.
I went down a bit of a rabbit hole looking at George Russell's TikTok, and mate, that guy, like, he just oozes cringe.
Yeah, but he
Like,
gets a lot of
he's-
traction though.
He
He's
does
a
get
cringe
loads of
father.
traction, but he's the cringe father. Like he was doing this thing where he had to pick between 2 words, and he was like stepping to one side, and it was
Oh.
like, "Do you like cats or dogs?" And he was just going, "Oh, like that." And I was like, "At what point in your week do you find the time to make?"
Mate,
these
you're a
TikToks? Shouldn't you be-
multi-millionaire. You don't need to do this shit.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, I get it.
It's like
but
the marketing
his
stuff they've
career
got
is
to do,
his
mate.
career is decided by how many races he wins. I mean, I guess after F1, if you've got a brand and stuff, you make a load of money out of it. But yeah, his TikTok.
Yes,
like
if
that
he ever
one
loses
was-
his seat, he'll be like, I'm glad I did those TikToks. Thank fuck.
Yeah.
What are you listening
Instead
to,
of getting
George?
Yeah. Christian Aguilera, pipe, feet, XDNA. Feet.
I like Russell.
Feet. Like that,
I like
that's
him.
Still, I like him, but the fact that he said feet. Like,
You know what he
indeed,
is? He's a Wally.
He is a Wally.
Yeah.
But I like him. He's a likeable Wally.
If he liked the Jam, he would have a well-end haircut.
He would.
I feel like I'm left out on this episode because you two have got hats on and I haven't.
Don't get
The
a hat
Hat
on,
Gang.
mate.
I haven't
The
got a
Hat
hat.
Gang.
You don't own a hat.
No, well, I don't wear caps. I look
I've
shit
got
in
hats
them.
just lying about in case I need one at any
I'm
point.
just going to stick with my little Rari top now, my little Santander sponsor,
Rari.
mate. Fucking love, mate.
Little gang.
Big time, mate.
Some more news. We've already covered that Latifi's been sacked. Tsunoda will be staying at AlphaTauri for 2023, and he says he feels more relaxed and in control.
Lovely.
But
Probably
I'm
'cause
glad
he's not
he's
living in
staying
Milton Keynes anymore and eating fucking mushy
he's-
peas.
Yeah, that was fun.
He's like, I prefer mine.
What's this?
Yeah.
Mushy peas are disgusting.
I
Anyone
mean,
likes
Milton
mushy
Keynes,
peas?
what a
Just
dump.
weird.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's what
Yeah.
it is.
But I've got. I want to go back to my Latifi facts later when we talk about his career. But I'm just going to fly through the news. Alonso says that Alpine are overachieving in their fight against McLaren, overachieving by 18 points. So they are overachieving. They're just better than McLaren this season, I think.
Well,
But
yeah,
I also
mean,
think that
Ricardo's-
Alonso, I've written here, Alonso is the biggest troll in F1. He can't just.
He's
say
a little
something-
rat though on the
he
track.
can't
He's a
say
great
anything
driver.
nice.
He's a little rat to get past, isn't he? He's so stubborn on that track.
Well, he did in Monaco when he was just holding everyone up.
Yeah,
Just for
well,
a
when he
lull.
only had the little outburst against Hamilton, he goes, "He's used to it because he's always up front." Went mental, and then like he apologised, went, "Sorry, he's 7-time world champion. I shouldn't have said that." I was like, yeah,
And
you
also,
shouldn't.
if the stats show like how many times he's won not from pole compared to Alonso winning not from pole, which is like miles and miles above him. People underestimate how good Lance Stroll is. Says Aston Martin boss Lawrence Stroll.
Go on, do your Lawrence Stroll every time, fucking.
People underestimate how good Lance is as a driver.
He's good at serving and going to Ibiza. That's all he's good
I
at
saw
doing.
a video
mate.
earlier on Instagram of Lance Stroll and Vettel driving like a Aston Martin DB. Like what's the Bond one? The famous old
DB9.
Bond thing?
Five.
DB5 driving that and Lance tries to go around this turn. He just spins out. Vettel just gets in it and just smashes it and drifts this DB5.
Vettel's been
round the
shit
corner.
recently though, didn't he? Every
He don't give a
qualifier
fuck.
that he never gets through to Q2
He's on
or
garden.
3.
They should have just put him on gardening leave.
He pumps
You know,
past
he
that
was-
line and they go, "Sorry, Vettel, that's we're out." And he goes, "Oh, you can't be serious." It's like, "Yeah, you should have been faster, mate. You're shit." So,
He was on who's complaining about his seat, wasn't he? He didn't like his seat
yeah.
in his old. Yeah. So Alonso's going to Aston Martin, right?
Yeah.
This is me showing how shit my Formula One knowledge is. And Lance Stroll owns the team. Of
Lawrence
Aston
Stroll
Martin.
owns-
Lawrence Stroll. Well, Lance Stroll. Nepotism.
Yeah, that is nepotism.
Love my job.
Thanks, Vicky.
There is absolutely no way on earth Alonso and Lance Stroll are going to get along.
No.
That is a pressure cooker of alpha dickheads, basically, who are all going to think they're in charge. Like, Alonso basically acts like he's the boss at every team he goes to.
You see him just doing little.
I think
bits
he'd be good
behind
at
the
Ferrari, actually.
He's
'Cause
been at
want,
Ferrari.
They want... Yeah, but I know that's probably why, and that's probably why they keep asking Leclerc what to do, because they're used to Alonso going, well, this is what we're doing
And
next.
Vettel used to pick his own strategies as well.
There you go. We just figured it out. But there's no way that Lawrence Stroll and Alonso are going to get along.
They'll both blatantly battle it out on that track when they'll be like, "What's this guy doing? Like,
on. We
What's this guy doing?"
I also think that Alonso's probably going to try it on with Lawrence Stroll's wife because she's quite attractive, and he's that kind of guy. I just got
Who had their phone on?
not me.
That was me.
Oh,
Before you
So
record a
they're on
podcast,
charge.
you
It's on
switch
charge.
your phone off.
my phone's out there.
Pod mode.
Basics. It's basics pod mode. Exactly.
Yeah, mate, if my little F1 app goes off, you'll love it. It goes diddle.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
I'd
like
like
that. I think I started looking for it because I wanted to have it as my message ringtone.
I've got it, but
Mate, I
I don't
fucking
get
love
those
it.
notifications.
On the weekends and that, it gets to Friday, it's like, balloon practice. I'm like, yes, mate, here we go.
Speaking of F1 weekends, Did you like that little segue? We got F1 has announced a 24 race calendar for 2023, including Las Vegas.
That's so many races, isn't it?
Yeah, but that means that there's a lot more free Prix coming your way.
The big question is, will we all sign on for 24 podcasts next season or more? That's the big question.
Well, we have to, really.
More.
We're going to have to do 52.
Start charging 99p.
Really.
If you just give
We'll
your
have a
sort code
Patreon
and
by
account
then.
number and your bank details, 99p for every
So
episode.
Las Vegas starts next year. You've got written down on the show notes.
Yeah.
Which I think's amazing. That'll be incredible.
Yeah, that'd be
Mini-
big.
Let's go
I've
down
never been
by
to
that.
Vegas.
Me and Boyd went to Vegas once, and Boyd won loads of money. And we went to this shitty little casino thing. It was like outside. and
Hurrahs,
just
it was.
Yeah, it was like the outdoor bit, and they had that band play, like Naf Bon Jovi covers band.
I bet you
And
loved
then
it, Boyd, didn't you?
I
It
just
was your
remember
dream.
my last memory was Boyd turning to me, and he goes, "I just can't lose, can't lose, right?" And then an hour later, he was like Ian Bill. He was like, "It's all gone."
No, it wasn't an hour. It wasn't an hour later. Correction. It's actually the next. It was the next evening before I went out. I lost everything that I'd won before.
But
I
you
left
did win
reception.
quite. You did. I think you.
I
From
won
like
$1,200 on it
from
was
like 100 quid or something.
Yeah, mate, it was this one girl, me and her, and she just kept dealing me in like 2 10s every time, and I was fist pumping her, and I was just literally putting like £100 on every go, and it was just going up and up. And
How
up.
much
It
did you
was
get
mental.
to?
Got about 1,200, and James was stealing the chips off me. I didn't realise, and then he goes, "Mate, you've won all this money." I was like, "Shit!" And then I basically lost it all in the Planet Hollywood reception.
You got to give
before I
up.
left.
Once you're on it, like I would have gone. Yeah, I've made my holiday back.
But mate, it was on the worst table ever. It was like a little fucking like a decorator's fucking
Little
pastel
trestle
tape.
table.
It was
like-
naff.
Yeah, it was the worst. It was like a ply
That's
bit
good.
of wood table. It was shit.
Can you imagine the carnage in Vegas when that F1 is on? I mean, it'll be great.
We should try and get out there.
Oh, I'd love to. I was saying that to Vicky the other day. Like, I don't really want to go back to Vegas ever again, but Formula One, I would
I'd
go,
go
to
for
it.
that. I've never
That's
seen
it.
Well,
It
that's
would
literally
turn
it'll be
down a
this.
trip
When
year.
is it? Is it November next year?
Yeah, tickets will be mad money.
Joe
man.
was telling me, our friend Joe was telling me about when he lost loads of money in Vegas, and he was just ringing all his friends back home. to
Yeah,
ask them
let's
for money.
not start telling Vegas secrets on a
Is that a
podcast.
secret? I
Also,
think
as
this
well,
has been
boys,
pretty-
while we
Yeah.
are here, I just want to apologise. I exited that group.
Oh yeah, exited the group.
Mate,
I
that
couldn't
was so
deal
funny.
with it. I bet James went mental, didn't he? Did he go, "What's he fucking doing?"
No, he just kind of like baited you out for like doing it.
Mate,
all
I
the
just
time.
can't deal with all the
Probably just
stats.
can't
Like,
handle docu-series and.
mate, you
orcas.
lot go like, "What episode? At what minute is it?" And like, it's just too much. And my phone's binging off. It's
No,
like I
I
don't need
don't.
to know that. And then someone takes a picture of a new watch they've got, and then the chat about that go like, "How many times does it tick a minute? What's going on? Like, what are the
How
cogs
many
like in the
times does it
back?"
tick
Like,
a minute?
Fuck that, mate.
No, I think we all asked
But
very
you
valid
didn't,
questions.
you didn't go, "Oh, guys, I'm not really into this group. I'm going to bail out."
No, 'cause then you lot would have gone,
You just
"Why?
did-
What's your
You just
problem?"
you did a backdoor exit. You just disappeared and you just weren't there.
I just DNF'd, mate. I just left. I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
respect that.
if I said I'm leaving, you would have tried to talk me into staying.
No, we wouldn't.
You would.
No, I wouldn't.
No,
You would. But anyway, I'm in the other F1 chat with you and gaming vankers, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got one more bit of news because I've already said that Nick De Vries is possibly going to AlphaTauri. So a former Red Bull protege has accused Marco, that's Dr. Marco, the lazy-eyed guy, the old guy that hangs around with Christian Horner all the time, of inflicting psychological trauma. Former Toro Rosso driver Jamie Alguersuari has revealed how Dr. Helmut Marko has created a trauma that now sees him wake up crying. Just
What's the news in that?
That's the news.
It's just a story, that was, wasn't
It's
it?
a story that I think
Bedtime
that
story
he
from
sa-
Ben.
But
What-
Dr.
what-
Helmut
what, is it-
Marko, he sounds like a villain. He looks like a villain.
Does like he lives in a Zeppelin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Red Bull Zeppelin. Flying around, just
Thinking he can bully.
More the Rari topping.
just picking up 15-year-old talent and just going, "You are not the best driver in the world." With his lazy eye.
So what he was saying that it was toxic at Red Bull and this guy was a
toxic
bully.
Red Bull. Everyone knows they're called Red Bullies. Like that's like
Red
the thing.
Bullies.
The Red Bullies. But yeah, so trauma sees him waking up crying.
mean, why would anyone be
take the rough
surprised
with the
about
smooth
that?
there. I'm not surprised, but I'd also think you got to take the rough with the smooth. You get to be a Formula One driver, so
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
James
I don't
actually
know.
surprised then, Brad? I did,
Oh, he's gone
I
back
get
to
on
that.
it every week.
Let's go,
sorry.
we'll just hit rewind on the
I just-
conversation.
no, but I just
Sorry,
thought-
let's go back 5 minutes. Sorry, boy. What would you like to talk about the WhatsApp group?
Sorry, it's like my ADHD kicking. I've just gone, what did James say? Sorry.
That's more
what did he say?
narcissism than ADHD.
Okay,
I'm
so
surprised at myself.
He said the reason why you would have left is we talk about films a lot, and you've only ever watched 10 films, and they were 30 years ago. So every time we go, have you seen this? It's like, as unlikely because it
I've
isn't
seen
Back
loads
to
of
the
films.
Future, Ghostbusters, John Claude Van Damme films.
Die Hard.
What's
I've
the last
seen
film
probably
you
more
watched?
films than
What's
you.
the last film you watched and sat through from start to finish and just watched the film, not in the cinema? And then even
I
in the
watched
cinema.
Return to Oz today for the first
I didn't
time.
ask you,
in
Ben.
10
I
years.
asked
I
what.
I know,
watched,
would say like quickly.
Oh, I can't remember.
So,
I finished Cobra Kai, though.
that's not. I just proved. That's what I was proving, James, and your point is that I've
I've done Cobra Kai in a day and a half, mate. I fucking love
Okay,
that
Cobra
show.
Kai's not a movie.
I don't care.
That's
But
20
it's
minute
longer than a
episodes.
film if you put them all
Yeah,
together.
but if you watch all 10, it's 2 hours. So.
But Cobra Kai, I mean, Terry Silver's a millionaire. Why is he just running around his gi, like trying to make kids fight all the
Yeah,
time? So
that
actually go and live your
is
life,
so
mate.
funny though. That's what makes it brilliant. Is that is a guy who doesn't need the money. He's so evil that he's taken his vast wealth.
He wants to take over
invest in
like the world with fucking Cobra Kai in the valleys. It's like no one cares, mate.
just a small area of California. He wants to take
Yeah,
over.
essentially, what he wants to do is create a franchise, which businesses do all the time, and it doesn't impact you unless you're into that thing. So if you're into karate, you might be aware of it. Outside of that, unless there's kids going around kicking the shit out of everyone
Which
on
there
the
is in
street.
the
That seems to be the fucking to solve every problem. You go for a
It's at
job
the
interview,
bowling
just
alley
use
and
your
they just
Cobra Kai
start
on him.
a karate match.
Yeah,
in
but
the
the
bowling
violence,
grown
the
men.
violence in it, the injuries aren't realistic to like you'll hit someone in the face of a bowling ball, they'll just come in and they'll go, they hit me in the face of a bowling ball, you go, your skull would be crushed, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
So why are you here? And,
You'd be a vegetable.
And
But
LaRusso's loaded as well. He's got his own like car fucking like.
Yeah, but
company as well.
he's still, yeah, but the business is going downhill because he's just obsessed with this
It's because
karate war.
he's chopping prices. That's why.
Anyway, this is not a Cobra Kai.
Yeah, this is not. We've come well off piste.
Right.
It was my fault. so.
Final bit of news that happened. Silverstone put their tickets on sale for 2023 and immediately have to pull their website down because they were charging people £400 plus for just the standard one-day tickets. And they claimed that the website was broken, not that they were ripping people off.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
a
but they were
few
ripping
years
people
ago, one of my clients, they've gone bankrupt now, so I can tell this story. They on April Fools, they were a retailer of computer game stuff, right? And on April Fools, the e-commerce manager thought it'd be a laugh to like post a fake version of Guitar Hero. You know you both know Guitar Hero, right? But what they did was they did the AC/DC two-neck Gibson as a Guitar Hero edition, put it on the website as April Fools. It sold like 100, 200 of them, and billed people's credit cards for it, and the guy got sacked.
Of course he did.
Because he was like, yeah, it was an April Fool's joke. It's like, no, you literally took money off people. You committed fraud.
Yeah.
You
should
can't
put
just
it
give the money
pre-order
back.
only or like... You could
Yeah. Just put your name down, then you get an email going, you April Fool's. You don't actually charge for things that don't exist. Melon. And they were telling me about it because he was a client, he wasn't there anymore. And then when I actually found out what they did, I was like, that is the funniest thing. Like, what was the best case scenario from that?
Stupid.
Exactly.
And that concludes the news. Thank you.
Excellent. That was great news, considering we didn't have a race, so it was less exciting, and most of that wasn't really news. It was just things.
You said you prefer the shit news, Brad. To the
I do
actual
prefer
real
the shit news. I feel like there's loads of pressure when we actually talk about F1 because I feel like
People
when
listen
you
and go,
join
they
a
don't know what they're
conversation and
talking
you don't, like when people say something, you think I don't know what they're talking about. I felt like that.
What are we going to... Who are we going to... So next season, obviously, Latifi's gone. Who
are we going to bully?
Who are we going to bully? Who are we going to cyberbully?
I don't know. We have to pick
We're
someone
going to
out.
have to,
But
have to
to
take
be
a
honest,
leaf out of Red Bull's book and pick the youngest person.
Just whoever doesn't score any points. just
I
pick
think
on them.
I think Lando Norris. I think is going to.
No, I like that.
I like Lando.
He annoys me. I like him, but he annoys me.
Let's not. All right, let's pick who you're going to bully next year. I don't actually dislike
Alonso. Should I just go
Latifi.
for? I just think Alonso. He deserves it.
No, because he's actually good. He's
Yeah,
just a
let's
bit
pick.
stubborn.
We'll
We'll
pick
wait for
someone
who's
next
last
season.
place by this round.
I don't think we should mention Latifi anymore after this episode. This should be his final.
Yeah, he's dead
like,
to us.
Yeah,
Literally.
he's gone.
dead
This is
to us.
it. We'll do a little. You got any?
Well, I've got
sort
some
of special
facts
effects,
that I want to
Brad,
go through. He's had.
Mate, my special effects thing is loaded up for the Game Boy,
Yes.
right? And the game,
Bring on
I got a bit cocky. I knew I needed to create a game, and I was like, I don't want to say I'm a genius. I'll leave that down to people who listen to the game. But I thought I'll leave it to the last second to create the game. And then about 2 hours ago, I started creating the game. And that's a segue into the game, I believe. Is that right, Ben?
It's true.
Time
Yeah.
for the game?
I'm just gonna my last thing on Latifi before you go into your game. He has done 55 races in Formula One. He's scored a total of 7 points, and that is an average so far of 0.1 points per race.
Fucking shocking.
Okay. And
don't know why they're getting rid of him.
Which is
Can't
great
believe it.
segue, because this is the Nicolas Latifi Memorial Special. I wanted to dedicate a game to Latifi, and this game is called Seven. Okay, hasn't got a catchy name like the other ones, and the reason why it's called Seven is because he has 7 points. Now, I started off by thinking we do like Nicolas Latifi trivia, but to be honest, there's literally nothing interesting about the dude. I looked it up, couldn't find anything outside of he's in Formula One and hasn't scored me points. So all of the questions have nothing to do with Nicolas Latifi, but they do have a lot to do with the number 7.
Fine.
Okay? Okay, so there's 2 stages to this game. Because I had 2 ideas for the game, I couldn't pick which one, so I thought I'd just do both. And the first section of the game, you get 20 points for each one that you are the first person to say. And basically, I will say 2 things that come in a set of 7, and you have to tell me what that set is. Okay, so here's the example one. Monday, Tuesday. Okay, what is that the set of?
7 weeks, 7 days to a week.
7 days of the week, right? So I'm going to go through a few of these. You have to tell me what set of 7 they are. Right. You get 20 points first person to tell me.
What's the score on games? Is it level?
4-3 to me.
It is 4-3.
Yeah, I need to just get...
Oh, you horned me last week.
I knew way too much about Christian Horner's house.
It's when Brad tricked me that stupid swimming pool question.
He tricked me as well with the white horse.
Horner's pond with a boat in it, and then he was obviously going to have a pool as well. But
okay, I'm just writing down the scores. Okay, so do you understand the first section of the game?
And is it just literally we shout out whoever gets it first? I suppose it's going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? We ain't going to probably know half of them, but yeah, all right.
Okay, I'm going to tell you 2 names, and I'm going to give you their full names. John Lee, Bradley McIntosh. Okay, I want to know what set of 7.
7.
What's the special effects machine got to do with this?
They'll come in late. That's step 2. Because there's no for F1. We've got to do a bigger game.
It's some kind of team, isn't it?
Could be a team.
Is this all F1 related, or is this just?
Is it rowing?
No.
Is it rowing team?
No, it's got nothing to. It's just to do with the number 7. This is the whole point.
What was the 2 names again?
Okay, so John Lee,
John Lee,
Bradley McIntosh. Now, if you give up, I will give you one more name that will actually make you know what it is.
I don't think we'll even get it.
Go on then next. Give us an extra name.
Okay, you better be quick on this. Okay, Rachel Stevens.
Oh,
S7. Yes.
Boyd got that.
Yeah. Bosh. I'm taking you this week, Ben.
Bradley.
Right now, yeah, right. Wow.
Okay.
I saw S Club 7 when they played Talk, but there was only 3
Don't
of them, and they were
confess that
billed
on
as
this
S Club
podcast.
3.
We've got that
Okay.
recorded, mate.
Are you ready?
loser.
Ready to listen?
Yep.
Listen
Was
carefully.
it Talk, mate? I saw Jason Donovan.
Sleepy Doc. You missed
Oh,
it.
the 7 Dwarfs.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you should pay attention then.
Oh.
2020.
I was got excited when you said you saw fucking S Club 7 down top.
And Jason Donovan at Talk.
I've seen So
Okay.
Solid Crew down there.
The same.
Ready? Are you guys ready for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah,
one?
yeah. 1-0.
Indian North.
Oh, seas, oceans.
Kardashians? No.
Ben got it right.
Fuck's sake.
Do you like the game?
Yeah, so it's good.
Nothing to do.
No,
nothing
it's
to
like
do with
that.
Let me
Formula
hit you with some
Nothing to do
knowledge.
with F1. You've got to get an F1 question in this.
Boyd, now there's a lot of general knowledge in here. And I'm not going to say Ben's got better general knowledge.
But
than
yeah,
you, but I have evened it up with some more things that I think you will know. So
Mate,
do
we all know
pay
I'm not the
attention.
sharpest tool in the box, mate. Come on.
Okay, Christ the Redeemer, Machu Picchu.
Oh, 7 Wonders of the World.
Oh, fuck's sake. What am I 2-3-1 down here?
Yeah, it's like 60.
Is there a bonus question anyway?
Yeah, of course it is for the equal amounts of points.
Okay, Pride, Greed.
Oh, the 7
Oh,
Deadly
there's
Sins.
7, the film, 7 Deadly Sins.
I already said it first, mate.
What? Fuck off, mate.
And I put that in because I thought you would have seen the
Yes,
film 7.
I got that, but he was quick there.
Okay, so this is where we come to the last question of this section of the game. I'm going to give you 2 names, and this could be hard, so I might have to give you another one. David, Kevin.
David Cohen.
Oh, Minions.
No.
Minions.
Minions. Is there a minion called Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin. Oh,
There
wow.
is.
David and Kevin.
Now, if you both give up, I will give you another name.
I think it is like a filmy thing with some.
No,
sort of
it's
character.
more on your side, Boyd. It's more what you'd be into.
Kevin.
Oh. Is it members of Bon Jovi?
No, and then this is more that this is abstract of a 7 of something. They all have 7 in common. That's the thing to think about.
Oh, is it? No.
David,
David.
Kevin.
Have they all been in films that have got 7 in the title?
No.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin and David.
I'm gonna give you 2 more names, and then I'll give you the final name. David, Kevin, George, and Eric.
Eric.
Oh, is that the 7 brothers for 7 sisters character?
I'll give you one more name, Cristiano.
Oh,
Ronaldo.
all football players with the number 7 on their shirt.
No!
Yes, Ben.
Hell! Fuck's sake, that's a good
Football
question.
trivia.
though. Fuck.
Okay, so
That was a good
section
question.
1, Ben clearly did win that.
He's killed me. there,
Okay, so now we actually have, normally we have 1 bonus point, but this we have
7-0.
3 bonus point questions.
Okay.
Okay. And so far we have 100 points for Ben,
20 points.
20 points for Boyd. Okay, so we're going to say each one of these bonus points is worth 50 points. So this does actually make it worth a bit more even.
7-0.
Okay, so what did Craig David do on Wednesday?
Making love.
It was making love on 7
God, to
days.
try and sing it along, I was too slow.
I just-
Oh, for fuck's
I've had a
sake.
Red Bull, guys. It's so
I was
good.
thinking
You
All
will
right.
get some rich energy.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, what's 7 times 7?
49.
Whoa, quick maths, mate.
I think it is
It
actually.
is.
Yeah,
It is
Boyd.
49. Yeah.
Well done. So can Boyd will still win this? So we've
It's
got
100.
100 points.
I've got 150. He's got 70. He needs. No, he can't. But
Actually, I'm going to make the final thing worth 1,000 points because this is so good.
7. It should be 7,000 points.
1,000 points, right? So Boyd, if you get this, you win the game.
I need
I'm
it,
going to
I
play.
need it.
I'm going to play you an audio clip that is related to one of the previous questions that I asked. Okay, but it's backwards, and I want you to tell me what it is.
I'll probably get this. I'm pretty backwards.
Okay, ready? I need to make sure I press the right
Ben's
button.
looking down and shutting
listen,
his eyes.
listen carefully.
yeah.
Ready?
Evan, met the abuse. Evan, what?
Is that Eric Cantona?
It's something that's already been said. But it's back.
No, okay, I'll play it again.
Evan, met the abuse. Evan, what?
Something 7.
So hard.
The Nicolas Latifi game has got nothing to do with Nicolas Latifi.
Do it again. One more time.
Okay, I'm going to give you a clue because this will help it. It's football related, and it has something to do with either David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, George Best, Eric Cantona, or Kevin Keegan. Okay, listen.
Because I was thinking seagulls follow the trawler.
Evan, what?
If Newcastle won here tonight, I'd love it.
Boyd, you got it. Listen.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Yes.
1,000 points.
Fucking hell, I deserve the win there. Come on.
4. I mean,
4-4.
Yes.
4-4. I mean, I think I
I
definitely
would
won.
love it if
You
Newcastle
won that
won.
last question.
Fucking
so.
hell, I don't know
I
how
will
I got
love it if we beat them. Love it.
There we go.
Yes, mate. He's back in the
Well done,
game.
Boyd. One
Thanks,
out of
mate.
however many questions there
I'll just wait till the bonus question and come in strong at the end like the Catalina wine mixer, mate. The fucking Catalina.
were. Fucking Catalina wine mixer. Right, so it's time for our scenario.
Oh, yeah. What is this?
So we're all going to do it today.
Yeah, we would, because I reckon, Boyd, it might have come across like we were bullying you by picking on you for the thing. So this feature is called WW. This is why I realised we're all called B. WWBD. What would B do? So it's either Ben, Boyd, or Brad.
Right.
So I said to Ben, I will do the thing where I answer the scenario this week, and Ben's come up with one. Next week, you can come up with a scenario and give it to Ben.
Right, okay.
All right.
All right? But it's more homework.
Oh, so hang on. It's just So it's your
it's
it's
just
just you
boys-
answering.
it's
Yeah, you know,
Brad's
like
gonna
when
ask.
we did about
You know about me
if
shitting
you'd
myself in the
shit
car?
yourself.
Yeah.
This week we do it, and I will answer the question.
Oh, sweet. I'm off
So,
the hook
as
here.
it is the Nicolas Latifi Memorial episode, what I've devised the scenario for Brad, which it's actually based in Brad's wheelhouse. He is Joss, the team principal, or he's playing the role of Joss, team principal of Williams, and he's now got to deliver the news to Nicolas Latifi that he is not going to have his seat for 2023. But Nicholas has arrived for the meeting and he's brought his dad with him, who is one of the, if not the biggest sponsor of Williams. So he's brought his dad with him as a little bit of leverage to say, are you really going to sack me? Brad is now going to play Joss and he's got to tell Nicholas that he's sacked without losing the
The
sponsor.
sponsor.
How would you do that, Brad? Take it away.
Ooh.
I'm going to play Nicholas and his dad in this, by the way.
Oh, right, yeah. You're actually...
All right, so let me just try and get this straight. So his dad sponsors.
He's
his
the
dad,
main-
Oh, well, I'll talk through the scenario
Right.
because I think there's have to be some probably some skullduggery in this. I think there's no real way of getting away with this. It would probably have to be borderline crime. So his dad sponsors the team. He gives a load of money.
40
but
million,
basically
40
there's
million a year.
Okay, and there's kind of an unwritten rule that if he ain't in the team, I ain't going to do the sponsoring. Okay.
It's a bit of
Okay.
nepotism
And do
going
we
on.
assume without bullying Nicolas Latifi, he's not the sharpest tool in the box? Is that fair to say?
I'm going to think that Nicolas Latifi only knows Drive and Netflix
And hot air
Okay.
balloon.
and Hot Air Balloon.
Okay. So what I'd probably do, I'd probably go for the old school bait and switch in this one. And I would create a contract with Nicolas Latifi that was based nothing to do with Formula One. Right? So it'd be nothing to do with Formula One. And I talked to him about the contract and I'd get him to sign it, so I had it signed. And then I would find someone else who wanted to join as an intern and say they could join the company as long as they changed their name to Nicolas Latifi. Right? So I have someone on the books called Nicolas Latifi. And then when they're in the room, I could refer
So this is
to-
preamble. This is before.
This is preamble because I know it's coming. When Nicholas is sitting there and his dad's sitting there, I can refer to when me and him signed the contract, and I can also say we're really excited about Nicholas Latifi being on the team next year, and I can say both of those things, knowing they are both independently true. Yet he is not going to be our driver. That's how I deal with it. So I could say to him, "Oh, Nicholas, it was really great earlier when you came in my office and you signed the contract." And he'll go, "Yeah, I signed the contract, drive." And then I'll say, "And everyone's really excited about having Nicolas Latifi's name, you know, in the team roster. It's really exciting. It's going to be great for both Nicolas Latifi, for everyone." Those two things independently true. And I'll say, "The only thing we need to do now is sign your 3-year sponsorship agreement."
Oh, okay. So
Sign
you
it.
wanna get the
and then I
sponsorship
just
done
go,
there and
I just go, like Kaiser Soze, and I'd walk down the street and limp, and then I'd just start walking straight.
You've still
and I'd
not
be
told him.
Kaiser
Surely
You've
once
not
that
told Nicholas he's been sacked yet.
Surely once that transaction
No, I leave
actually...
that. But
Wait for the news to come out.
That's why I do the. That's why I do the Kaiser Soze. So once I walk away, press. I'm on the phone. I press the press release. That goes out,
Yeah.
and it's like Nicolas Latifi, and then his dad calls me up. He says, "What are you doing?" You told us you signed the contract. I did sign the contract. Your Nicolas Latifi is going to be our T-boy or whatever, and the other Nicolas Latifi who joined as one of our engineers, he's going to be an engineer.
Surely once
Done.
that transaction physically goes through, though, shit's going to hit the fan. The sponsor, it's going to go to court. The sponsor
Yeah, I
is going
feel
to get
that's
ripped
a
off.
court case waiting to happen. Like you got.
I mean, I bought myself time at
He's
best.
done well. Yeah, you can maybe get through half a season with the
So
court
you've not
case
even
running.
sacked him. You've not.
Well, no, but
you've skirted around
I've
the
not,
sacking.
I've not
which is quite
broken any
nice.
rules.
Yeah.
I've not broken any rules. It's like when people were selling Xbox boxes on eBay. They were labelled as an Xbox box, and people bought the Xbox box and then complained that they didn't get an Xbox inside it. It's like, well, you didn't buy an Xbox.
You didn't read
Or-
the, you didn't read the small
Xbox
print.
Or they just drive the Williams without a front wing, because that's where the sponsor's on the front wing.
Well, okay. Well, I feel like you've. I feel like
He's
what
done-
you've done
he's sort
there
of-
is
he's
you've just
sneakily done
avoided
it.
the issue, rather than actually dealing.
All right,
with the
I'd
problem.
probably just go. I'd probably go. Look, mate, let's call a spade a spade. Your son's shit.
Yeah, we don't need the money.
He's
anymore.
shit.
But we still want the sponsor.
And these
Where
guys
we
over
stand.
here, they're backing us now. I don't really need your money, but you are on last year's rates.
Yeah.
Now, should you walk away and decide to come back next year, I'm afraid we will have to put the cost up.
I Or
I don't think I'm going to get the money. There's no way he's going to give it to me. I might just go in there.
Or what about your wife? Does she fancy doing a season? Just chuck her in there.
She's well, his mum's company and his dad's company both sponsor, so they have lost 2 sponsors by losing. But he is rubbish. Yeah. Okay, well, you know, I think I like the skullduggery. I like the way you'd thought about it. Like your brain went into like proper like getting extra contracts signed. That was.
It was a bit sneaky, but it probably could have worked.
So was your question just how would I tell him? Or how would I get the sponsorship?
How would you approach the... You've done more. You've done more than what I wanted. I would have said...
I've just got to get rid of him?
Yeah, how would you...
Mate, I'd have sent him a voice note. I wouldn't even bother having the meeting.
On Slack.
Text.
Mate, you could just send him a screen grab of his stats and just go 0, you're out, bye.
You're out, mate.
Yeah.
All right.
But the thing is, this is the thing. It's like... In a situation like that, what's the point? What's the point in his dad coming in and us sitting having a meeting? It's like you got all the weird small talk, which we know is small talk building up to the point where we go, he isn't here next year. Or you could get him in a room and say, how do you feel your performance has been this year?
Yeah.
I think you've got to call his bluff.
Yourself? You
just get him in the room, the old man in him. You go, look, your son's shit. Let's fucking address the elephant in the room. Your son's shit. Do you still want to sponsor the car? If not, we'll just find someone else. All
and
in,
we're doing
mate.
better, so
hand.
we'll probably find someone.
Yeah, just go. We could probably find someone else. But do you want to get your like logo and shit on the car? It's going to be beneficial to you.
Netflix.
Do you still want to keep your sponsor? Don't
Sky Sports.
Don't lose your son and the logo. Try and hang on to one.
I know what we do. We give them an ultimatum, which is they either sponsor the front wing, or we're going to go back to one of the previous debates when we can have anything we've put on the wing.
Yeah,
and we say, or we're going to donate the wing to whoever your enemy is.
Yeah.
They can write whatever they want about you.
You just say, I'll tell you what then, your son can keep his place if he goes out in the next race and scores 1 point.
And a bet.
Yeah, a bet. Just he's got to come he's got to come.
I reckon they've passed that though. That was probably like that was Monza, wasn't it?
You know, this
Monza.
is how I've got it. So you sit down and you say, right, obviously we need to talk about next year. They go, oh, you know, we're excited. Go, how do you feel his prospects are good next year? Do you feel he's on a... And they go, yeah, no, I really think he's in a really strong position. What, really confident about that?
Yeah.
Really confident. Okay, here's what I'm going to propose. If he gets 1 point in the next game, you can have sponsorship free for a year.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get any points, you have to sign a 3-year contract. We put a bet on it. We put his dad in a situation where he either has to look at his son in the eyes and go,
he's not going to do
I don't actually believe in you, or he has to just go with it.
That's good.
And then we put him in a situation where we basically create a family feud where we're the only people who benefit from it.
That's really good. I like that. I think that should be all Formula One.
That should be.
If it was family feuds.
Yeah,
respect.
that should be like
just
Lance
see like
Stroll,
dad with his
but then
arm
his
around
dad
his
owns
son.
the team, so it's a bit different, isn't it?
You can do it, son. You can do it. Just 1 point, 10th. Come on. The fact that he's not finished above 18th, I think the bet's pretty.
You can do it, Nick.
The bet's pretty safe, isn't it? I'd say it's like 1,000 to 1 odds him not doing it.
Oh, mate. The odds. I can tell you what the odds are. Nicolas Latifi scoring points.
Do you reckon Latifi and Stroll sometimes look at each other and just go, yeah, we're both in the same situation here, aren't we?
Stroll's just a shit as well, mate.
No, Stroll's a lot better than Nicolas Latifi.
Don't know, mate.
A lot better.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, Latifi says it all, doesn't it? I mean, the stats don't lie.
The stats don't
lie.
If you were going to do a job in F1, Boyd, what would you think you'd do? Like, if you were just, if you're going to, like, outside of being a driver,
I'd be that Kravitz geezer. I'd be the geezer running around interviewing people down that pit lane.
Yeah,
like,
I think you'd be good at
doing a what's his name, Brundle and / Kravitz. I'd go. We're here with Max down in the paddock, and he's got a new wing on the car. It's
mate, Brundle gets some steps in, doesn't he? On race day.
I've caught Brad Pitt's eye there. Let's see if we can get a word. Brad, can we get a word? No, fuck off, mate. Brad, just a quick word. No, go away. I feel a bit sorry for him. He lurks around too much, doesn't he?
What about you, Brad?
Well, what would I do?
Like a
that would
horner.
suit me, that job, because running around the
horner,
pitch trying to interview people.
think.
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't deal with all the different...
Too hands on.
Too hands on. Too many like dads involved. Like Verstappen's dad looks scary, doesn't he?
He's got more. He's got more criminal. What is it like? Not achievements, like more things on his criminal record.
Achievements.
He's got more
GTA points.
He's got more things on his criminal record than he has race wins. Just Verstappen.
All right, let's just qualify that for the podcast.
Brad, I reckon
mate.
you'd be like
This
sitting
is a
in.
satire
Brad, you'd be
podcast.
sitting looking at the data.
No, he has.
like,
No,
kind of guy,
he
I
literally
reckon.
has.
Ben, you'd be on tyres, I reckon. When they come in, I see you bouncing that
No,
like
I
red
couldn't
soft
deal with that
tyre,
pressure.
getting it ready. Yeah.
Too
I'll
much
be like
pressure.
social media. I'll be like going,
Brad would be like,
George,
oh,
George, walk up the stairs, look down the lens.
Boy,
George, what are you listening to?
This is not F1 related, but we can bring it up on the podcast anyway. So for my 40th birthday, I'm going to just do a skydive.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone I know gets invited to do a skydive. We're going to do a skydive, jump out of the plane. The reason I bring it up on the podcast. And listeners, anyone who wants to come, just skydive, go for a pub lunch.
50 followers
That's
we've
it.
got.
But I realised that Ben hit his limit of things he can do.
I
'Cause
do-
he was
and I do
absolutely
everything.
not.
What?
Yeah, but you always say yes to any
No,
holiday.
I
I
might
go,
jump out of
do you want to go on
a
this holiday? Do you want to do this?
Ben,
and I went,
I'm not going to lie.
skydive, and you went,
I would absolutely shit myself.
I'm not gonna do
but
it.
I've always wanted to do it.
See, I don't want to do it. I've never wanted to. I've never had. the
No, I'm not
idea.
wanted to do it. I'd like to do it, but I would be very scared. But I'd love to be able to just say that I've done it.
I've decided that I'm going to go and see a hypnotist, and I'm going to do it.
he's going to go and spend about $3,000
No,
on
no,
it over the next 6
I've-
months.
Then
so he
don't
can
jump
have
to
a
it.
plane.
On my walk from
White
home
Ben
to
don't
here,
jump.
I googled like hypnotist.
He'll jump when he sees the
out
bill, mate, from the therapist and go, fuck it, and won't pull the fucking shoe. I ain't paying that bill, mate. 7K.
Well, no. I'm like strapped to a bloke. I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm
do you know
gonna
you're
have
strapped to,
he'll
though,
just
Ben?
go, won't he?
Ben, you're strapped to Wastel.
I'm just on a dead weight.
Down.
Mate, there's no way on earth Bostel will do it in a million years.
Terminal velocity instantly.
If we get a
Let's get
good
that
group,
fast.
look, Ben, on here now, live recording.
I'm
like,
gonna
if
do
you
it. I know
do
I'm
it,
gonna
I'll
do
do
it.
it. But I would literally shit myself.
Brilliant.
I'm going to do it. I've
Committed.
already decided I'm going to do it, but I am going to go and see a hypnotist because I do need to get over my fear of spiders and my inability to
Spider
say
planes.
no to stuff. Right. Last thing on the show notes is our debate.
Back to the podcast.
What is
Our
the debate? I didn't know you
Oh, well, there's
Oh,
a debate.
fuck, I forgot to do that. Yeah, okay,
this
you
has
guys
been
go
funny because I've
first.
already got mine.
I don't even know what it was.
This is a really simple debate. We don't have to go into a lot of chat. It's going to be, what job will Nicolas Latifi do now? And my one is ski instructor.
Yeah, to be fair, he's even got that sort of shaped body.
He
innit? He's
looks
bit
like a ski
gangly.
instructor. He's
Yeah,
going to
no,
be
he
a
does.
ski instructor. That's his job. And I think he'd be the worst ski instructor because he would just go, yeah, you remember I used to be a Formula One driver. So,
All right, do you know what? I remember, so you say about the debate. I now remember me thinking about this earlier, and mine was ski related.
really?
Yeah.
He
I'm gonna
looks
let you
like a
finish
ski
yours
instructor.
first. I'm not sure he does.
I'm going to get
Well, I feel like
instructor's just-
I feel like he's just be an Instagrammer with his bird and just like take little hot balloon air pics and tag people and just go like, yeah, was Wayne.
But now he's not a Formula One driver. He's got no one.
No
gives
one's
a
going to
fuck.
follow him.
Well, how many followers has he got?
Mate, let's have a look.
I reckon he's
Mate, we need
got. I reckon
to-
he's got not over 5 million.
Right.
Actually,
Anyway,
way less than that.
think about what you guys are going to actually do because an Instagram.
All right,
influencer's
so
not a-
okay, I'll go next then. So when I was thinking about it, it was kind of basic comedy for me. I was thinking, what jobs require slow speed? And it was basically what I was thinking. I was like tractor driver, like ride on lawnmower. And then I thought to myself, like, I can imagine him up on the mountains doing the, preparing the piste with the ski
Yeah,
cap.
yeah.
And just really slow, just going up there all by himself, just reflecting on his F1 career.
yeah. Okay. So it's
I
so
just put him in.
No,
Like,
he looks like Rimmer from Red Dwarf.
does look like Rimmer.
he looks like he should be in like a bit of a space film or
Arnold
something. doesn't he?
Rimmer.
I would put
Sorry?
him in. I'd put him in sort of a TV ad, sort of like some sort of like nourishment sort of ad, where he opens
He'd
a
be an
fridge and
actor
goes, yeah, where he opens a fridge and just like goes, you can drink.
He
this
did a
nourishment."
Nutella advert where he opens a fridge.
Is it? I was in it.
Yeah. I also think it'd either be a PT or a ski instructor.
No, I think.
I reckon he's probably got
nourishment.
more money than he needs to go and be a PT.
No, this is but we're suspending reality here, and it's like if you lost your job, and then what's he going to do next? That's like he can't get another job in Formula One, obviously.
Yeah, nourishment
think-
advert on drinks. I think tired of being the same old you and not scoring any points.
Yeah.
Have your nourishment every day. Then you can go in.
Or some kind of anxiety meds. He goes, do you need to slow down?
Are you running
Better
at too
help.
faster pace? Get up, take a slow exit out of bed that day, and have a nourishment.
I think he might actually put some kind of sales job. I reckon.
No.
Airport watch shop.
Oh, it could be. It looks like a security guard maybe at an airport. You know when they tell you to wait and walk through the thing, they go, come through, and it beeps. yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah,
It's number 3.
Imagine with a little cop badge on and his little sort of like Glock 17 in his little holster.
Shopping centre security guard.
Yeah. Oh, Mall Cop.
Mall Cop.
Mall Cop.
Latifi,
Yeah,
like,
that is it.
yeah, be on a Segway, because that's how slow he is.
Nicolas Latifi Mall Cop.
Nicolas Segway Latifi.
Very good.
Seggers.
Very true.
All right, that's enough bullying.
Yeah, no, look, this is it.
That is
Rest
the
in
end of
peace.
Nicholas's career.
Is it punching down if the person you're taking the piss out of is a multi-millionaire?
Oh, yeah, mate, he's definitely
And he has the
privileged in
coolest
world.
job, one of the coolest jobs in the world. No,
Mate,
it's
we're
not.
just a pair of
Like the
idiots.
worst version of the best job.
Yeah.
What would you rather? Would you rather be the best GT3 driver and then you just end it at that, or would you rather go and be the worst F1 driver?
I'd
Best
rather be the best
GT3.
GT driver because I don't want to be Nicolas Latifi on this podcast. I don't want to be someone going, "Oh, Ben Mills is fucking rubbish. You can't even get."
It's like
point."
football, isn't it? If I was in the Premier League and I was a striker, I couldn't score for shit, but I went down one league and I was like top scorer every season. I just want to be that.
Yeah, you do want to be the. You want to be a big
be the
fish in a
best
small
at being the
pond,
worst.
basically.
Yeah.
I think I would rather be the best of a bad bunch than like the worst of the best.
Yeah. 100%. I agree.
I'd be Championship over Premier League any day.
It's good that we've all got our aspirations to be the best of the worst group.
Yeah, I think we did that.
It's a bit like our podcast, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we're the best worst podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Mate, we are better than most F1. Most F1 podcasts are rubbish. This is actually rubbish because it has no information about F1 in it.
I'm not even sure what we covered today. I was laying on the sofa for 20 minutes, voice going, I can't be asked.
We've covered Latifi being sacked, Tsunoda not being sacked, Alonso moving jobs. It's mainly just about people's jobs.
Clashes with Stroll.
The F1 recruitment podcast
Yeah.
with Brad, Boyd, and Ben. Moves and changes. So, but Boyd, you said when you put that top on, you felt
I felt
like
alive, mate. It was like the Superman. I feel like, I should have had a white shirt on and I just sort of pulled it open like Superman.
Mate, you need that Nirvana vest, mate. That's what you need.
Let's not bring that up on the podcast.
I don't know
Eagle
much
fang.
about what happened in my bag because I wasn't invited.
Look, if I see
So
exactly like this,
basically,
I've got no arms.
what happened was, I don't mind saying this because I got.
No, he
I'm
just
kind
wants
of
to
a bit
big
proud of it.
himself up, look.
But Boyd, no, because it's funny because I end up looking like a prick at the end of it. So, and I told my daughter about it, and she basically stood up for the girl who said it. So Boyd says to this group of girls, "Who out of there would you be interested in out of that group?" And it's me and everyone else. She goes, "Oh, the guy in the Nirvana vest with the tattoos." And she chooses me, which isn't much of a compliment given our friend group. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that
to
group-
be the
that friendship group.
best of them.
Yeah.
It's not like I came out as like,
Yeah, that's the
Instagram's
Ted and G.
Yeah, I was I was literally in this situation best of a bad bunch. Anyway, so she says me, and then later on we're going somewhere else. I'm wearing a sweaty Nirvana vest, right? So I'm like, I've put a polo shirt in my bag, and I'm gonna get changed into it. So I get changed into the polo shirt. The girl goes to Boyd. She goes, "Is that guy from earlier?" She goes, "Yeah, same guy." She went, "Oh no."
He
So I changed
looks
her
like he's
mind,
going to
'cause
play at
I changed-
Wimbledon.
Yeah, so I changed my shirt.
Yeah.
She checked out, got the ick. So I told my daughter about it, and she was like, "No, it's completely valid because now she knows another part of your personality." And I was like, "What's that?" And she was basically like, "You're a prick that would wear a white polo shirt."
But the worst thing was, Ben, he had white shorts on and then put a white polo on, so
yes.
he looked like...
No, I didn't.
I swear
I
you
had blue shorts on.
Well, he looked very Wimbledon-esque.
Tennis Brad.
Yeah. So he looked like, so he went from
He
like
put the
he went from
sweatband
Nirvana.
on and
he went from Nirvana with tattoos to like, I work in insurance. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
It was bad because when I got the polo shirt, I realised that I looked at Alan and he was wearing the black version of the same polo shirt, and I was like, "Oh no."
oh fucking hell.
Yes, we got to
Clove
keep, you
twins.
having style. Right. Well, thank you very much for listening to another episode of 3 Prix.
Ratings.
Make sure if you
Please-
do rate us,
please give us
a
fucking
5. And
If it's one thing you do right now and you think to yourself, "Shall I?" Do it.
Yeah.
just give us a rating and make sure it's a 5. If it's below 5, please give your feedback.
Ben, I listened to
And
one
also-
back the other day, just at the end, and you go mental. You go, someone gave us a 4, but they didn't say why. Like, tell us why, and so we can improve it.
Exactly. I'm going to say again, if you're going to give us a 4, let us know why we got a 4. Because 4 and 5, there's not much
Boyd,
difference.
What would you give them if you listen to this podcast based on today's content? What would you, if you were going to
Probably
give
about
it a
3
score?
today. I feel like where we've had a bit of
I
a
think
break.
today's good.
I feel like it's all right, but I feel like where we've had a bit of a break, like we've come back out the traps.
I think
bit
it
the
deserves a
teethy.
5 purely for Helmut Marko driving around in the Zeppelin.
Or
I think it's a 5 there for me.
It should have a 5 because just my
No,
Ferrari
my-
top came through and I got to wear it on the
No,
show.
Nicolas Latifi Mall Cop.
Yeah, that's
what
very
needs
good.
to be on the
See,
podcast.
these are the things you don't get these on other F1 podcasts. You don't get Zeppelins and more.
It's perfect, isn't it? He might as well have raced in F1 on a fucking Segway. Imagine him coming in the
Would've
pits
got
on
more
that.
points, But
Too
in the
tight,
helmet, full helmet, get up and everything though. Still,
Well, changing both wheels. Imagine trying to balance while people are changing those 2 tyres.
Or a fucking pogo stick. That's even worse. Let's
Right, 5-star reviews.
5-star
Five-star
Thanks for listening.
reviews.
We'll see you at Singapore next week, guys.
Bye.
Everybody has a target on their backs next year.